Okay, in this video we're going to be doing handheld tools and particularly how to hold a handheld tool so that you don't develop carpal tunnel or something that would be injurious to your health. Um, so with the tool, this is just your typical T-bar tool. What I like about it is it's very light. The handle is small. So if I grip it like this, I'm going to over grip it and probably cause issues with my wrists and my hand. If it was bigger, it would probably be too heavy. So that said, gripping it's going to be really important. So you want to grip the tool sort of like how maybe you would hold an egg. You don't want to squeeze it too hard. You want to squeeze it hard enough that you can hold it. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to use this T-bar that will help save your hands. In the cervical column, you want to start probably thoracic and lumbar. And a really good spot to practice is in the laminar groove in the multifidi and the rotatory muscles. So you're going to find your spinous processes, and then I'm going to go down a little bit lower here. In the laminar groove, you're going to take your T-bar. And I'm not going to press hard here. If you grip it like this, you're going to hurt your hand eventually. What you want to do is grip it as lightly as possible, and again, use your weight to press down. You can angle it, different angles. You can move it along. You can glide with it. You can use two hands to grip it. You can grip it something like that. You can see how I'm really not very loosely gripping, and my pressure's coming from the downward lean. So the key to the T-bar is gripping it as lightly as possible and using your lean to generate the pressure. So I'm going to show you just how you might use it in a complete stroke as you're working. I'm going to use my knuckles as my tool of choice to work. And if I find a tight spot that I want to work out, come along here. I come to right about here. And I find something a little tight, I might press with my thumb, hold the spot, get my tool out, and start to go to work, working that area. My hand's getting tired, I can switch my grip to something like that. You can experiment with a grip for what works best for you, but just again, think about like holding an egg. You don't want to press too hard or hold grip too hard. And then I might want to glide along, come up a little bit higher, find another spot that I want to work on. And here, you can go about it the same way. Again, gripping loosely. Now you can go up into the neck. Now the neck is the last area you want to practice with, and you want to practice on people who are not your clients. You want to practice on people that will give you feedback right then and there. The neck's the same thing. It's the laminar groove. And sometimes you may get an area where you can't actually get your finger in, your thumb in. And this is where a T-bar is really, really good. So again, you're going to find your spinous processes. You're going to go lateral into the laminar groove. And then you're going to take your T-bar, and it's the same thing. You're going to find your spot, and then you're going to work the area. Again, very gently at first until you get proper feedback as to what that feels like. Of course, if you feel if the person's getting any kind of electrical or pain that's radiating, you need to move off of that area. And you can do it all the way up. You can go into the occiput. Again, if I wanted to lean, if I leaned, I could generate as much pressure as I wanted in there. Um, but again, I'm just able to access a lot of muscles in small areas here with the T-bar. So again, the keys with the T-bar are one, gripping it like it's an egg. You can experiment with how you want to grip it, and also leaning to get your pressure so you're not using your forearms or your shoulders to generate the pressure. Okay.